Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk about when you have to make decisions. What's the process that you go through in order to make the decision? So let's just start with something simple. If you're going to have to decide what you're going to have for lunch or for supper or whatever, I mean, that's probably not going to take up a lot of bandwidth. But maybe you've got an important life decision to make. Maybe you've got an important work decision to make. Maybe you've got an important soul decision to make. How do you go about finding the answers that you need to those sorts of questions? Because these are things that could, really alter the course of your life, not just the course of your day. And, do you make a list of pros and cons? Do you just sit with them for a while and sort of try each side on and see what feels right? Do you look into the future and see what the consequences might be, like pluses and minuses? Do you just make the decision and move forward and not look back? Do you waffle and just, go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth? What are some of the things that you do to help you make that decision? Like, I have in front of me a couple of decisions now that I'm not making. I'm waiting for other factors to come into play. But eventually I'm going to have to make a choice. And so while I'm waiting, I'm looking at all of the other aspects and I'm thinking, okay, if I do A, what's that going to mean? If I do B, what's that going to mean? It's probably not going to mean either of those two things, but it might mean something close to them. So, and then I think about, okay, what are other factors that could play into it that maybe don't have anything to do with me directly, but will alter the course of the decision? What are those sorts of factors? So it's a tenuous back and forth, like almost a cat and mouse game, right? And a lot of it then depends on the mood that I'm in. Am I in a melancholy kind of mood? Am I in an excited frame of mind? Am I, I don't know. There's just different types of moods that you're in that can alter the way that you think and the way you process, right? So you sort of have to be cognizant of those as well. And then what if something happens during the course of your day, or somebody says something to you, like say making a work decision, and somebody at work is really pissing you off? Well, that's going to make your decision in that moment probably very one-sided. But is that the right time to make the decision? When is the right time to make the decision? Like all these sorts of things go back and forth through my mind as I wonder, what's the best thing to do? And yeah, I don't really have any answers. I'm just sort of looking at all the options at the moment. And that's my musing for the day. Have a great one, everyone.